welcome back to another episode of the Williams Pulse. I'm Natalie.
And I'm Truett, here to keep you informed of all the WVU chaos.
This week, we have a very special guest. He's here to talk about all things graduation and getting ready for finals week. So, Omar, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Oh, thanks for having me, guys. Thanks for the opportunity to have me here.
Alrighty, let's head over to that news. On Monday, we're really excited. We're having the Williams Singers Concert in the chapel at 7 p.m.
For Tuesday, you guys have the spring formal. Bring your dates to the Imperial Dinner Theater at 7 p.m.
On Thursday, we're having a Dead Day, which is also called Academic Preparation Day. And we're having a drive-in movie theater day, which you cannot bring your car, but you can bring a blanket and a lawn chair. We're going to be watching Top Gun in the Midkiff Meadow starting at 3 p.m. We're having yard games, food, and it'll be a lot of fun.
And for Friday is the start of finals, kicking off the beginning of finals, and grab your drinks at the Calf Grill, wherever, and buckle in for a rough ride, because it's looking rough for me.
It's going to be rough.
Really buckle in.
No, I'm terrified. I'm petrified.
Put your 8-point harness on, because it's going to be a bumpy ride, but it'll be good. It'll be good. We'll come out the other side.
Now for the athletics for this week. On Monday, JV baseball plays Central Baptist JV here at home at 12-2. And then Wednesday, baseball takes on Mission here at home at 1:30 and 4 p.m. And then finally on Thursday, baseball plays Mission again at 1:30 and 4 p.m. Come out and support the Eagles. It's a week full of baseball outdoors.
Wings up.
Make sure you take your sinus spray or whatever, because it's going to be outdoors.
What's up with the sinus spray?
Allergies. You never know.
Oh, I was so lost. I was like, why?
Now, let's get into the hot take. Hot take. Omar, read us the hot take for this week.
The group projects are just academic reality shows, except no one is voted off and everybody loses sleep.
As soon as I saw this hot take, I was like, absolutely, that is 100% true.
110% true. Have y'all ever seen the show Community? Have y'all ever seen that Community show?
No.
Every time I think of a group project, okay, so it's the basic idea of it is a small group of friends, and they put on this group project and they become really close, and it's a reality TV show, and that is not a reality. That's just normal day here. That's just a normal every Friday here.
I think, when I think of reality shows, I think of like the Kardashians and how like they will like take the smallest minor inconvenience and turn it into like a group drama.
Yes.
And they're like, over like, this girl, she spelled a word wrong, and then everyone's like, okay, so she's stupid, and now we don't let her do anything else in the group project. So what do you think, Omar?
I don't know if y'all have seen like Big Brother, to where they have like the cams to where you have like, you keep up with them over the days and nights. I wonder if the teachers would like to see us struggle each night.
No.
Every night,
really.
Just sitting in our dorms, taking 5-hour energies and zooming on trying to do a paper.
Absolutely. I would watch all 12 seasons of that. If somebody wanted to create a show about group projects and just put random teenagers in a room, I would watch all 12 seasons.
No, I'm a very independent person, so group projects, like, I'll do all right, but I'd rather just do it by myself. There's always that one person in the group that ends up doing all the work anyway, so I'm that person.
I would be the person who'd be like coordinating everything. I feel like I'd be the text change person. What about you, Omar? Who are you in the group?
I'm the silent person who just judges everybody in the background.
Yeah,
I could get that.
All right, now for the college hack this week. Truett, would you read that for us?
To prepare for finals, study for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break, then repeat. It keeps the brain fresh and stops you from spiraling into a TikTok frenzy for 3 hours. This
what
is
do you
so
think,
true.
Omar?
I've actually had this explained to me in class at UCA when I attended there. We had a career success class. It's basically a preparation class to get you ready for college. And one of the techniques they show you is this. And I used it, and it works.
Really?
100%. You can change the times that if you need a longer break. I definitely started out with 10 minutes at first. I definitely needed more of a break. And then I decreased that time for break time and increased the time that I worked, and you get so much work done.
Really? That's awesome.
I need to figure something out, because I'm the type of person, I sit down and try and do all my homework in one sitting, no stops, no anything. I'll have a coffee in hand and just go. But then I always end up with a headache and I'm just tired in the end. So I need to find something that's like balancing.
I found at the beginning of the semester, I did the same exact thing, but then I started like spreading that out over the day and like setting a timer like on my phone. And I love watching the timer. It's just so satisfying to watch the time go down. But I started that trick, and it's kind of the same thing where you study for this amount of time and then you get this amount of time off, and it works out so perfectly.
Yeah.
Not only do you get it done, but you retain the information that
with finals coming up, I need to find a study method. And if this is what's going to help me not get lost in Love on the Spectrum on Netflix, then I will definitely be trying this out because I need something.
Alrighty, let's get into some interview questions. Omar, looking back through your whole college experience over the last, how many years has it been? 4?
3.
3 years.
Oh,
looking
early
back,
graduate.
What was your favorite memory from being on campus?
By far, I love coming into each semester with new Williams workers because you see their faces and they're not prepared for what's about to happen. Into the summer or into the semester, it's not anything anybody's prepared for, but we all have fun. I just remember 100% that I think it was last year going into the fall 2024 year, we had Destin and all the farm OGs, you could say, all around in a circle, basically introducing ourselves as the Williams Works Farm, and we had some moments where we had just explained a little too much about ourselves, and I just remember at the very end of it, Destin decided to grab Brad's head, his beautiful head, and just give it a smooch.
Oh, alrighty.
Okay.
No words were said after that for a good 5 seconds, but it was really funny, and I think it captured how much we all love each other.
That's awesome.
And the faces of the freshmen are just the best. I think 100%. That's my favorite memory.
That's awesome.
That's really funny. So, for freshmen coming in, I think that sometimes, I think we've talked about this before, but when you come into college, you forget to like look around and like take a minute and see all the things that's going on around you.
Smell the flowers.
Exactly. And so you get so lost. What's something you would tell incoming freshmen about to start college and like this new experience in their life?
Most definitely. It's something that is just another part of school, is going into college and being prepared for another level up of what you deal with in class in high school in terms of grading and showing up and classwork. It's something that you have to deal with differently than others. You can't really compare the same path a student has to the path of another student. It's all individual based because you will not have the same teachers I will at some point. So I think a big part of what somebody new could do going into college is kind of figuring out what works for you. Asking your teachers questions about things you don't understand. It's a giant leap forward, but a lot of it is doing the things that you don't ordinary or normally do. Because I'm not a big talker. I'm quiet, but my friends and quite frankly the teachers here push me out of my comfort zone. I remember my first class, my very, very, very first class. Miss Himshoot decided to call me out from the very back as I sat down and said, "You're our new student. New students don't go back there.
Oh,
they come up right here."
I would have cried. I would have sat there and cried.
And I'm so thankful she did that because I needed that little push.
Yeah,
teachers push us, and I'm sure that whichever new student, new teacher students meet, they will have a teacher that pushes them. And even if it may not seem like it's for the better, I promise you it is, because college, all it is just new experiences.
Yeah,
absolutely. So what is the most challenging part of preparing for graduation, and how are you dealing with it?
Having to deal with senioritis, for sure. It's all of what you've worked for 4 years, and it's all in one moment. And so towards the end of it, you start to see the grass become a little greener, smiles become a little larger, and it's sad. It's really sad because you're leaving a big part of your life out here. Is if you applied yourself and decided to say hello to a couple of people and get to know people, as I think everybody does that comes to Williams. I think everybody definitely misses Williams as they leave.
Yeah.
It's something that you keep explaining to other people, and it's such a surreal thing that the loss of words is really what explains it. It's such a crazy moment.
Mm-hmm. I think we can relate in a sense. Like last year when I was a senior in high school, after I got back from senior trip, the senioritis was crazy. I was so ready to get out of there. And so I can only imagine how y'all are feeling, because y'all have been here and living here on campus, like being here for 4 years. I bet you're ready. But it's also like bittersweet, you know? You know these people. But again, same thing with when people come to college. You're going to have to step out of your comfort zone when you get out into like the workforce, or even if you go to grad school or whatever kids decide to do. It's new place, new experiences. So
absolutely.
With all that said, what are some of your plans for after you graduate? Are you embracing the uncertain, or do you have like job plans lined up? What are you doing?
I do have job plans.
Hey.
As the business department loves to have or brags about that they try to find a job for their business students as they graduate. And I think that they have said that it's close to 100%. I think they find a job for each business student going into graduation or as they leave. I am currently interning at the Department of Finance and Administration in Jonesboro.
That's
as
awesome.
A tax auditor, trying to learn the basics of doing tax auditing. It sounds scary, and it's not something that anybody, I think, goes into college wanting to become.
Absolutely.
But now learning about it, it's a job opportunity that I had because of Miss Parson. I originally, funny story, missed the application deadline, and it's a government job, and so it doesn't look good to miss the deadline. But I think that they really considered me as an applicant, and because I came from Williams, and the courses and the way that they do business here is different than I would say from other campuses, for sure. Different than the way I was studying at UCA. It's a completely different experience here, and I think they noticed that, and they took me in still for an interview, and they've loved me, and I've loved the job since.
That's really, really exciting, actually.
I'll tell you a little bit about it, I guess.
Go ahead and get into it for us.
So I'm basically a public servant, so I'm not doing anything bad to try to get you or anything like that. I keep it, or we keep a fair playing field in business in the area that we serve, because for a business that is not paying any taxes, or that their customers aren't paying taxes and that they're giving that to the government, that's an advantage that they have over other businesses. I know you both may learn that in your business classes, but it's to keep a fair playing field. It's to have everybody fall under the same rules, because it's kind of unfair that you're paying money to the government that you have to, and others don't. But we can't. We don't. Nobody catches them. So our job is to catch them, per se, and just give them information, or just inform them of how to do it correctly. Yeah. And that's the basis of the job.
What advice would you give graduates, or high school graduates, or even those who are graduating in a few years?
I would most definitely do what you don't want to do. It's kind of contradictory to what you as a human are like, but there's something different about chasing the things you don't want to do, because whenever they introduce concurrent or AP classes in school, you're like, class is getting harder. Why would anybody want to do that? And so I was then taught a different perspective, and maybe doing it, even though it's going to be harder, maybe more frustrating, it's going to prepare you for college at some point. In any way, just looking at it, if you take it, fail it, however outcome, whatever outcome there is, you are just gaining experience. And from that perspective, I've used in everything. By by talking to people that I didn't want to, I then got job opportunities. I then got discussions and conversations that really digged into things that I liked. And I now know that I'm a person who loves growth. And so it's all about self-discovery as well in college. And so that's why you don't grow the same way as another person. You don't experience college the same way as another person would. And so finding the path, as there is so many to life, is what I recommend to every student.
Well, Omar, thank you so much for coming today, and we can't wait to see how you do after school. Keep up to date with you, and congratulations on your soon graduation. Claps for you. But yeah,
it's gonna be great. I'll be back. I'll be back.
I'm excited to hear about all your adventures in the real world,
Yes.
in the real business world.
Exactly.
This has been
and will continue to be
the Williams Pulse.